Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Go. Left pass. Tight dog. Switch. Gun. Shit. Left pass.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 39 that time.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Ricky. 36 power.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Green 80. Mike 50.
Hey, that QB's trapped.
Check.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Here we go. Let's bring it.
One left.
Let's bring it.
Good shot.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 21-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 21. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. So don't say nothing. Check.
On 1st and 10, gone.
Switch.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
Cut. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score 7. Seahawks nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
58 to Mike. Gotta do better.
There.
Come on, QB, come on.
Alert.
Tighten up.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, watch the edge. Check.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. A little costly there. You wipe out the 1st down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Rush in.
He's coming. Double up.
On 1st down, Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
For another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Move the team.
41's the mic. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson is complete to Lockett. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Watch the slant.
Check.
They'll try to run with Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more.
0.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Time to go, night. Sponge. No. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill. Hey, turn it up. You.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 25.
Pal, you won.
25. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Check. Fresno. Watch the edge.
Go.
Over. Roll.
Alert.
Check 43. Hatchet.
Fair. Front left.
Check the call.
They run it with Carson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
I got you.
Good job right there.
41's the Mike. 41's the Marvin. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
One left.
Check.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Going the other way.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
12.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Two times. Even.
Hey.
No play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. They find some open field here. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
While that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Money looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Woods the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
54's Mike. Check, watch 54.
Now Goff on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Goff on 3rd down. And Woods has it complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Danny.
Check motion.
Mike's 50. 54. Check.
Just beating the play clock is gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Silver. Shift.
He'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
First down, Rams.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Check pitch. Shell. Watch the shift. Check motion.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He's got a man, complete. Give him 32 on the play. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long.
Guys, listen.
24, check 24. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They go play action now. Wilson. It's caught by Bryant. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Here we go.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
19. SOS.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The end result, 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Pilot, 64, weak. Mike 50.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Sack there by Jadeveon Clowney. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown!
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Spam. 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hustle. Get in there. Let's get in there, huh? Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, huh? Hey. Alert. Mike's 50.
Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
54 Mike. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Check, 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 check. Check three, check three, check three.
Hold on. Check, check, check.
Safe. Watch that.
Ric Flair.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check.
Again they run with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
We own it. Hold on. Check.
Mike's 5-4.
Hey, box drop.
Just like that.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A run with Gurley there on first down, going to get about 4 yards. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Now Goff going to throw deep for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now as they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's the Seattle offense. Drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Bang, 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 bang. 14.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Gurley again here on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Rip left.
They'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm going to run you over. Check nickel. Showing it. Joker.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
Strip the ball.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Chance.
Two.
Switch. Out. Whip. Watch the whip. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go. 180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be getting touched.
Now it's Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
We can't be totally sure that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Hey, 1 second. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown, as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off,